Tiffany Toaster on TikTok. Oh my God, girl. I just want to know if you are available on Friday to throw a few toasters at two people.
Did you miss me? Hello, I'm Umar. This is Umar Octavia, and you are watching my cultural commentary. Today I'm going to be talking about everything that I kind of missed while I was off of social media. So I have a list of topics on my iPad, and I'm going to go through them. I'll put timestamps up here, and there are chapters below. So if there's something that you care about more than the other, you can feel free to skip around. All right. So first, we are going to talk about
insecure, greedy men who are making their insecurities and their life problems and their inadequacies everybody else's problem.
So the first person who I'm going to be talking about is DDG, and I'll talk about the whole situation with him and Halle. I haven't spoken about DDG or a lot of these like bum ass baby daddies before just because I was like, okay, well, it's not your place to talk about this person's partner. Like, I don't know Halle. Halle don't know me from a can of paint, but she had a baby with DDG, and obviously she knows this man, and she knows him well enough, I would hope, to procreate with him. So I was like, okay, I'm just not going to talk about it. Hold your tongue, hold your tongue, hold your tongue. But it's like, I'm in the group chat. We are consistently in the group chat. And I'm like, what am I doing here? Apparently, Halle and little baby Halo had RSV.
Good morning, Snap. I just want to come on here and tell you guys why I'm not posting. Me and Halo are very sick. We have RSV and we do not feel good at all. So sorry I haven't been posting snaps, but I've just been using all my energy to take care of my baby and myself,
which is highly contagious and deadly, might I add. And DDG drives his happy ass 3 hours to Halle's house and is like, I'm here to pick up Halo. And she's like, no, you're not.
I should be able to get my son. Plain and simple.
It's not your house.
Today, I wasn't even going to take him out because he's sick. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm going to just grab my son and go hang out with him. I'm getting kicked out.
You can't just show up at somebody's house unannounced, whether you have a son inside or not. He goes on to say that he drove 3 hours to get there, and when he got there, she turned him away. Before you got in your car and drove 3 hours, why didn't you call her first? You knew she was going to say no.
Like, leave. DDG's like, yeah, because I have power on the internet, so I'm taking it to the internet.
Supposed to do where I got power at is on the internet.
I'm like, you ain't got power in them pockets? Like, sir, take this to a judge. And somehow he misheard that as take it to the studio.
Don't take my son, because he all I got. I'm just having fun. I don't love these thoughts. You tell me that you gon' move on, but I know you not.
There it is.
I thought this was about you wanting to see your kid, not the baby mama. But no, it's about both of them. Oh my gosh, DDG. Get on the stream and like play some games or some shit. Like, yeah, if you care so much and I want to see my kid, she won't let me see my kid. Was it just this one instance where she wouldn't let you see your kid, or is it like a perpetual thing where she's not letting you see your kid? But again, I don't want to be asking these questions. This should be questions that a judge is asking. So, Iman and Teyana really, quiet about some things, and then it was like, oh, they have an open marriage and this, that, and the third, and then it came out that they were getting a divorce, and like keeping their, divorce private. And I get that you can't be private in this day and age because everybody wants to know what toilet paper you wipe your ass with. Teyana's like, he was my best friend, and I, respect our privacy, please. And everybody's going along with that. And then
Come to find out,
Mom like leaked some like court papers, or him and his legal team leaked some court papers. And she was like, this is some bullshit, and you're the one who cheated on me. And like, to cheat on an open marriage, I feel like just blatantly shows that you don't give a about your partner. Because like, if you have respected them, y'all already bringing other, people into the marriage. Like, why would you do it without their permission? Like, you really think that you know somebody and they're like your best friend, and then they kind of fuck you over, which is why it's like people are like, oh, that's so terrible that they would ask for a prenup. Why? Like, obviously, when you get married, you're not like, yeah, if we get divorced, it's
hello, I like money.
That's something that you want to think about right now while I'm still in love with you and not while I'm fighting with you.
Struggle is up, brother. Oppression is up, brother. Salami, eggs, and bacon.
Dr. Umar apparently has some like side kids. Raise your hand if you're surprised. Mr. I'm gonna repeat 3 things on every time I see Dr. Umar. He is talking about getting into somebody's, like, I have never once took Dr. Umar, seriously, I think it's so funny that he has a PhD in psychology because he really knows how to use it to like get people to like him, to be like charismatic and whatnot. But just because I think that's something that you say is funny, at ease, my queen, at ease, my queen. What do you mean you want to eat up the prince? Like, yes, that was funny, but I do not like this man. I do not endorse him. I feel like it's very performative.
I've known Dr. Umar for 3 years. When we were talking at the table, I started asking him a lot of private questions like, were you married? Do you have any kids? He was telling me, yes, I have 2 daughters. One of them is a teenager and the other one is maybe 7 years old at the time. So the child is probably 9 years old. So he was saying to me that the mother of those girls, or the mother of, I don't know if it's 2 separate women or just one woman, the woman or the women are taking him to court for child support because he's not an active dad. He's not in their life, and he told me that as well. He doesn't visit them as much as he should. I just was confused. I was like, how are you talking about being a pillar and how black men are so needed in families today, but you're not even an active dad? He dated a lot, and I could tell that he was a playboy because he was very, very flirtatious, and he was backing up from me. He said, He said, business before back shots. Business before back shots. What do you mean business before back shots? No back shots are being given. What?
Oh, people be sending me cookies on, their cookies on the DM. I'm sorry, what? First of all, if y'all are sending y'all's vaginas, Dr. Umar, via DMs, please seek help. It's like, oh yeah, I like them with a fat ass and whatnot. And like, I just feel like he's very objectifying of black women. Like, it's a fetish. Like, some of the stuff that he's doing is good, but a broken clock is right 2 times a day. When the girl was like, I don't want to know my father, I just want to know my siblings. And I was like, she better than me, because sometimes you don't even want to know the siblings. It's like, we blood, but we ain't got to be bonded. And it just sucks when it's like that, especially, if you meet the siblings when you're older. She seems like she's an older person. And I'll put the video if I can find it.
My biological father is Dr. Umar. He has another daughter. I tried to contact him about, getting to know my sister on my dad's side. I asked him if he knows her or if he has her number. He ignored me and never responded.
I'm not shocked that Dr. Umar is a cruddy person. I'm really not. We can talk about the track girl. So I think there's an incident, and I feel like everyone's heard about it by now. So it's a relay, and obviously she has a baton, and you're supposed to pass the baton to your teammate. And she's like, oh, my form was messed up, and I ended up wonking this girl. And
I hit her. I didn't mean to hit her. It was intentional.
It happened during a relay race at the Virginia High School League Championships. Kayleen Tucker was passing Alayla Everett when Everett appeared to suddenly swing her baton, hitting Tucker in the back of the head, sending her to the ground. Everett says it happened because she lost her balance.
So I'm like this in the air. I catch my balance, pump my arms. She's cutting in, so when I pump my arms, she got hit.
I just felt a bang on my head, and then I fell off the track immediately.
Tucker suffered a concussion, and the judges disqualified Everett, who says intense public scrutiny quickly followed.
Death threats, racist people, people making fake accounts to talk and harass me on my page.
Tucker's mother saying Everett did not apologize. The family blames safety concerns at the track.
Again, I didn't do track, but like I was around track people enough. And I'm like, there's no way, like, again, you're falling. What are you doing? And I was like, you kind of beat the shit out of that girl with that stick.
But batons are so lightweight, like they're featherweight. So the amount of force you gotta put behind that to give somebody a concussion and a fractured skull, like I literally cannot wrap my head around how hard she threw that bitch.
Like, there was no like light tap or something. The girl was like, oh, well, I never got an apology from her. And I'm like, I mean, if this was really something that you were like upset about, I get being upset, being like disqualified from the race and like everybody thinking that you're a bad person. But like, you check on people. It's like when your siblings fall down, I check to make sure they're okay first. And then I laugh. Like, because that's what you do. Girl, if you were really sorry about it, why wouldn't you or your coach or anybody like approach her and be like, hey, like, I'm not coming over here to like start anything. I just want to make sure that you're okay. And I feel like that sportsmanship wasn't there. And also she was like, oh, well, it was just a really bad angle. And it was like, nah, from all angles, you look guilty as sin.
I'm black.
That's Bad Baby versus Alabama Barker. If you don't know, both of these girls, beef started over a domestic abuser who was Bad Baby's baby daddy. I'm just so confused. Why are y'all in the streets fighting over this man? Everybody was like, oh, I'm on team Bad Baby. She, you know, hopped on a yay beat and did this, that, and the third. And I'm just like, y'all, respectfully, what is the prize? Because it can't be this man who was, you know, I don't want to say beating the shit out of Bad Baby because that makes it sound like I'm downplaying domestic violence, but it's like, is Lavon the prize? Sucks because it's like, okay, this is another friendship that's being dissolved over like a man, but it didn't seem like y'all were friends before because it was like, oh, I have mad receipts on you and whatnot. And it's just like, so were y'all really friends? Like, I don't keep receipts on anybody. Let's just start there. But I definitely don't keep receipts on friends. And oh, I wouldn't even trust you with the color of socks I was wearing. Oh, it was just like, okay. And also, like, everybody was like, oh, Bad Baby got her there, Bad Baby got her there. But it was like, this is the pot calling the kettle black.
Oh, the gag is
both of y'all ain't black. That, oh, you want to be invited to the cookout?
Bitch, I ain't tripping if your foot out. Surround yourself with blacks, but still ain't invited to the cookout. Crack a bitch.
The cookout is postponed, like indefinitely postponed, because why is everybody wanting to come to the cookout and take black culture and, oh, Danielle, you know, Bad Baby is from Florida, she from the hood, and so that's why she's like that. Okay, I mean, there are different ways to be black, but just because you were raised around black people or a stereotypical, you know, environment that black people are, you know, raised in does not make you black. And it's just catch me outside. How about that? And it's just like people are like, oh, well, she's appreciative of the culture. And it's like, no, she's not. And y'all will give anybody who demonstrates characteristics that you like off of black people, but who is not black, everything. So I have nothing for neither Alabama nor Bad Baby.
Bring me my money.
$400 Airbnb thing.
This is not directly my friend. This is very important, okay? She sends me this message this morning. Hey girl, to be honest, I'm not proud to admit this, but I had an emergency come up. So I had to use the $400 you sent me for the Airbnb to help cover my rent money for this month. Do you think you could send another payment of $400? Because if not, we'll most likely lose the Airbnb. And I don't know if we'll be able to find another one. I promise I'll pay you back the full $800, most likely later after the trip. I don't want to go anymore.
I'm like, okay, I've definitely had to like split an Airbnb before, and it's definitely trust. Obviously, this isn't the stupidest thing. Like, if it was just a random person, it'd be like, maybe you shouldn't have done that. But it was like, okay, it was mutual. And the girl's like, hey, girl, so sorry about it, but I spent your $400 on my rent, but I need you to send another $400 so we don't lose this Airbnb, and I'll pay you sometime after the trip. Let me move my bang because I don't think I heard you. I'm sorry. You spent my $400 that I sent you for the Airbnb on your rent. Why wasn't your rent paid already, boo? Like, obviously rent's due on the first. So I'm like, was it the first that you know was around it? Was it just not around the first and you just used her money? Were you paying your rent late? Like, why are you planning on going on a trip if you don't have your rent money? It's kind of confusing to me. And it's not even kind of confusing to me. It's just, don't go on the trip if you ain't got your rent money. Take a staycation. But it's just like, again, multiple people sent money. So why was it my $400? And it was just like, again, so how are you going to pay for stuff on the trip? Because I'm not a pocket watcher. But like, if you owe me money, again, if you owe me money because you spent my money that I gave you for one thing on another thing, now I'm watching them pockets. Every cocktail you buy, oh, that bag cost $100 to check, girl.
Soon as you died, your soul didn't even go up. It came straight down here, first class.
Casey Anthony, go to hell. Go to hell quickly. There was an interview where it was a guy with like Jodi Arias, and
you said it right there. No one believes a word out of your mouth. Why do you keep talking?
Well, because I know that I've lied before. That doesn't mean that I'm a liar by definition.
You said today you want to give Travis's family closure. You know they want you dead. So why don't you give them that closure?
That's how I feel about Casey Anthony. Girl, no one wants to see you. The people who are like positioning her, oh, well, she wasn't found guilty. She wasn't found innocent. Like, there were so many things that happened where you're just like, the American justice system is so stupid. I'm sorry to be cursing so much in this video, but like, everybody's getting on my nerves. It's just like a don't piss me off video where it's like, are you serious right now? Like, this is the hill that you're going to die on? Casey Anthony, the person who killed her child. You were giving your kids Xanax and then you killed your kids so you could go out and party. I don't want to hear it. And I have her blocked. When I saw that, I was like, are you serious right now? I didn't know if it was the same Casey Anthony. And then she was like, I'm fighting for my baby Kaylee. Blocked. What? I don't want to hear anything you have to say. Moving on to some other people who can go to hell and who are in jail. Tory Lanez. So, Doechii has been having an amazing run. She's been having a phenomenal run, which we'll get into later because I'm going to give my girl her flowers. Tory Lanez shoots his shot at Doechii on his new album. So he said, oh, I don't know if this is a song. Unrelated topic. Other day I seen Doechii rapping tongues and I low-key love her. I won't DM and fuck the chance up that we gon' be fucking. And I don't want to be sitting in the bed with her one day. She on the gram looking back like, I know you wasn't. I don't know if this sound better with the beat behind it, but that shit sound trash. And Tory Lanez, I have nothing for you. Tory, stay away from her. Someone who Doechii can collab with so much more is Miss Lauryn Hill. Lauryn Hill had a stop in Miami, Florida, and she was actually there for the concert. I was so confused. I was like, oh my God, Lauryn, you're here? Which I love Lauryn Hill. If I'm going to die on the hill of one creator, it's going to be the hill I'm dying on is Lauryn. But like, she had a concert and she brought Doechii out and both of them just looked so happy and amazing and stunning, and like their blackness was just dripping off of them and it was just so great. And Doechii has been having an amazing run, and I said Doechii was going to have an amazing run. I said it in my last video, which was my bingo predictions for the year. I was wrong about some things already, which I mean you can check out in the iCard wherever which side it's on, but Doechii having an amazing year was not one of the things that I was wrong on.
Snape, Severus Snape.
Snape being black. I'm sorry, but the first thing that I thought about when I heard about Snape being black was that Gus Johnson's kid where he was like, Professor Snape is a single mother. That is all I thought about. And Harry Potter has Down syndrome. One, I'm not going to watch the Harry Potter show. I watched a video and the girl was like, am I a bad person for wanting to watch the Harry Potter show? Debatable. No, it's not debatable. The first book came out in 1997 and the last Harry Potter movie came out in 2011. You had all the time to get the Harry Potter merch and everything that you want. There are plenty. Every time I go to a thrift store, there's some Harry Potter books. I go on Facebook Marketplace, there's some Harry Potter books. Like, you do not need to be a person to buy some fresh, new Harry Potter merch or whatever and give J.K. Rowling money. J.K. Rowling does not need any more of your money to fund her transphobic adventures. And it's like, okay, well, I mean, she's already a billionaire, a billionaire, whatever, which one it is. You know, me doing this isn't going to contribute that much. And it's like, yeah, you're giving her fun money to be transphobic. That's what you're doing. Like, she gets to donate these money to all these causes and whatnot. And it's like, at this point in time, if you're still supporting J.K. Rowling and the Harry Potter IP by buying new things and, oh, I'm going to, you know, go do the Harry Potter game and whatnot, you're a bad person to me. I'm sorry. Just say fuck trans people and move.
So you think I'm serious?
Lizzo losing weight. I think that she's a very talented musician. You know, she sings, she dances, she plays the flute. Fun fact, I used to play the flute in middle school and high school, but she lost a whole bunch of weight and people are like, oh, Zempic, blah, blah, blah. I really don't care. I think she looks good. And when I say I don't care, I mean, it's none of my business. Someone on social media was like, so glad she's healthy now. And it's like, yeah, but do you guys really care? Because I saw another comment where it was like, I don't care if it was crack or Ozempic. Thank goodness she finally got skinny and's not, supporting obesity anymore. I'm sorry, you don't care if it was crack? That's weird.
I just love good news.
Last but finally not least, Normani is engaged. I love this for our good sis. I think that everybody's been ragging on her about the music and when the music's coming and when the music's coming. And it's like, first of all, both my parents had cancer and I'm in RCA. Everyone knows that RCA sucks ass with its artists. They're not going to promote them. They're not going to do different things for them. They're not going to help the album roll out. And so it's like, why am I the artist doing all this work and the label doesn't care? And then I put an album out and y'all let it flop. And it's like, I understand that y'all are letting it flop because you feel like you guys are also doing a lot of promotion, but it's just like, what am I to do? Sierra apparently is the one who played matchmaker with Normani and her new fiance now. And I'm like, I would let Sierra be a matchmaker for me. I think that the dating pool out here, this isn't a conversation about the dating pool, but it's just so bleak. And it's just like, ooh, the friend pool out here is bleak. The dating pools out here are bleak. So I'm happy for everybody who gets who gets to find their person out. And I think that is all that I'm going to talk about for today. So I hope that you enjoyed. Was there anything that you wanted me to talk about that I didn't? I hope you have an amazing night and I will see you next time. Love you for watching my videos. Thank you. Gabby, are you surprised that Dr. Umar is a terrible dad? Gabby said no.